Good Thursday evening, everyone. Sorry about that. I dropped one of my paintbrushes. So, how is everybody doing? I hope you are doing great. We are having a lot of damp weather here. April showers bring forth May flowers, so they say. Tonight I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to paint a board with acrylic paint, doing sort of like an ocean theme, and then on the end of this, because I'll make it a two-parter, I'm going to resin, and in the pool, and this is one of my boards from Krista, my wonderful wood gal, my live edge wood gal. I haven't worked on one of her boards in a while, so I thought I need to get this done, and it's so beautiful, this piece. And wait until it is clear coated. It is going to be gorgeous. So I am leaving. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Oh, well, beforehand, update. Walter Surgeon called today, and it's going to be weeks before they can get him into the Barrie Cancer Center. So starting on Friday next week, not tomorrow, he's going to start his chemo treatment in Princess Margaret in Toronto. So it's about a 2-hour drive for them, not quite 2 hours, but they're there for 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours a day, 1 day a week for the 12 weeks. So it's not that bad. We were so praying that it was only 1 day a week, and it is, so that's good. And like I said, Gavin and I have got him stocked up with some cannabis to help him through. We won't be able to see him after this weekend because his the chemo will put his immune system down. But like I told you, the girls and Gavin and I bought him an iPad for his birthday last week, 2 weeks ago, the 20th. And so we've kind of taught him how to FaceTime with it and stuff, so we can still chat and laugh and joke and play games. We just can't be there with him. So this weekend's it for the girls going up to see him, and yeah, but it's moving forward. We're gonna get him better and get him back to doing what he loves. Okay, so let's get started on this. This is the board. I'm not going to be able to get the whole board in the shot because it's pretty long on both sides, but we are going to work around this. I want to leave this center natural. It'll be the beach area. We will glue these beautiful stones. I've got, it's an opal color, clear, and this really pretty bluish green. So I guess a teal color, because it matches the colors I've chosen. And that's how I've worked it out. And we'll glue them down after I paint. And then tomorrow, when this is all dry, I'll fill this in with, I'm going to use the Ocean Resin Tint by Color Passion, and fill that in, and then when it has cured, I will do a clear coat over the whole thing. So let's get started. I'm starting with my darkest color first, and I've chosen teal. It's a metallic teal by Deco Art, and we're going to start with it first. I'm just going to do do a line of it across the bottom here. A line of it, because we're going to have the same, it's going to be mirrored on both sides. A line of it on this side, closest to you. I'm just going to spread this out. Well, what you can see, not what's flat on the table, but what you can see I want to move fairly fast because I want the colors to blend a bit, and I don't want it drying up because acrylic paint dries pretty quick. And because I am blending, that's why I'm not too worried that I got some this here in where it's going to be the sand. Well, I'll show you. We'll just take cloth with some alcohol. Take that off. That I'm not too worried about because it's going to have color in it. Okay, so now let's do this side. I'll come around in a second and do the underneath. So I'm behind the camera now, guys. So I'm going to try to make this go fast. I don't know what you can see, if you can see me doing this or not, but you can hear me. And you know I'm just doing the underneath at the edge, my edges, that you can see, not what is sitting flat on the table. This is just what you'd be able to see if this was hanging on the wall or as a console table. This is the stuff you would see from the edge. So I want it to match, because it will also have clear resin going down. So, what's everybody else working on? You're keeping busy with your art. whether it be resin or ink or acrylic or whatever you do. My wonderful friend France, she, well, you name it, she does it. She does acrylic work. She does beautiful, beautiful quilts that she has made for her family members. So I know that there are a bunch of you that watch, and I love that you do. And I also know that not all of you do the resin. And I just want you to know that I love all art, and I love getting to see in our group, even though the group has a resin name, Resin Artists Without Borders, we still, it's not just resin artists in there. We have tons of different art that people share with us. We have a good friend, Jim. He's Canadian, and he does beautiful glass work. He has done some beautiful stained glass pieces. He combined glass and wood, and he does some beautiful work with that. So yes, any art I love. Okay, so now let's get, I was going to go with a flat teal next, but there's not a lot of room, so I'm going to go with this lighter blue right off the bat. Bring it up to where I want the sand look to be, because there's going to be some white and clear there. Because with the clear I will do the white foam with my resin. What I love about wood is it has so much character, and it gives me natural lines to go by. They just are there. And I'm going to blend this a little bit. Not too much. I want my dark still in there. Side with the light, the edge, this is the side, this is the edge, sorry. Okay, now let's do this side. Some natural wavy look. together a little bit. Chunk of something there. Okay. Now, I am going to take another brush. Nope, I'm going to take some alcohol because I just spilled. Go. Well, we will put a stone right there. Okay, so now I'm going to take the white. I have a very pretty pearl white. These are all Deco Art products. This is a white pearl. I'm going to take another brush and just do, this is not going to be the wave, but this will be right up here to outline it as a white. And then when I do the resin tomorrow, I will put white waves in. This will be underneath. It's a pretty color. It's pearl, but it's kind of got like an opaly effect to it. See other colors. Well, maybe because it's reflecting off the blue. It's still very, very pretty. Drawing almost clearish, but you can still see it's there. Once I put the white foam on with the resin tomorrow, that'll make it stand out. So let's go along this side. Actually, I'm going to do it this way, so I have to edge where I'm on the outside, not on the water. And by edge, what I mean, and I'll show you when I get there. Okay, so by edge, what I mean is the thicker part of the white paint, where it comes off the tip of my brush, leaves like an edge. And if I was to do it the other way around, that edge would be just like that, see? On the inside. And I don't really want it on the inside. Like on that, it blends in. On that side, it blends into the water, and that's what I want. out even more. Like the other side, you can't even see it anymore. What's against the blue? There we go. Let's make a mess. It isn't my channel if you don't see me screw something up. You know it was a counterfeit station if I don't screw something up at least once during an episode. Am I right? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with another brush. And thin out that line. And it just blended in to the light blue. Do it on this side. There's one that's already dryish. Two, it really didn't do because I was right above it and didn't have to lean into it, so didn't do it over here like it did there. So there we go. Now I'm going to glue my stones down, and that will be the end of this part. Okay, so what I'm using, just tack glue. It's white, but it will dry clear. Okay, I'm open. So I'm gonna start in the middle. No, I'm not, because there's nothing to glue it to. Those three pieces will sit in the resin that's going to be in there. So I'm going to start on this side. Just put a dab of glue under each of the pieces of glass. Pretty opal ones are so pretty. I got these stones, this glass, at Michael's a long time ago in the flower department, where you can make up your own vase designs and all that. They have glass and sand and stone. Excuse me. I swallowed and was talking at the same time, so now I've got a tickle. Remember, the glue will dry clear, so you won't see that. but definitely get a glue that does dry clear. If you want to be able to see the sand underneath, which is not sand, it's wood. And those ones will be resined in. Okay, so that's all I'm doing tonight. Tomorrow we will add the center, which is going to be, because I've got a tape when this is all dry, I'm going to flip it over and tape with, remember I like to use the aluminum tape. This is aluminum tape. I will tape underneath this hole so I have no leaks. And then we are going to fill it with Color Passion's Ocean tint, which is a transparent tint. Colors used were for the acrylic were all Deco Art tonight. So that's where we're gonna leave this for now. Come back in tomorrow and start the resin part. So, okay, if you notice my sign is down tonight because I want to redo it and set it up, because so if you guys have been following me from the beginning, the resin of my choice when I first started doing resin art was Artworks resin, not art resin, Artworks resin. It's an American product, but it is being sold by Michelle out in Alberta. And I loved it. And then time went on and I started my own company. Well, I had my own company then, but I started my own line and I got my own resin and I used my own resin. But I always said my second favorite resin, if anybody asked, was Artworks resin. Well, now I've let the company go. By the way, we are closed as of last week. I thank every one of my customers. I thank every one of you for my support. I am not leaving this channel. It's going to be here. Our group is going to be here. I'm always going to do art, resin art, etc. That reminds me, I have something to show you. Anyway, so I decided, because I also love Color Passion, and that's what I was selling as well as my products with Color Passion. Michelle sells all the Color Passion line as well. And so I am going to be buying my Color Passion from Michelle. It's just easier to get it from here to there than Australia to here. I'm still supporting Kim and Jackie 100%. But now I'm supporting Michelle because she carries what I love. So now I have two resins that I'm going to recommend at all times because I love them both. Artworks resin and this Maple Craft resin that I found. I buy it off of Amazon, but it is out of Toronto, and I think they do have a website. It's not easy to find because there's also marijuana resin or something like that called Maple Craft. So it was not easy to find. You have to look for the container. Hold on. It looks like this. This is the hardener, but the resin is the same. It's a 1-to-1, just like Artworks resin. 1-to-1, so you do have to deal with bubbles with both resins, but come on, guys. That's what this is for. molds can't help you there. You got to talk to someone who deals with molds and bubbles in molds, and they can help you figure it out. But they are two really great resins that I recommend because it's what I will and always will use. If there's something better out there, I don't know about it, and I've tried quite a few. So these are my favorites. When something works, you stick with it. So I'm going to be putting Michelle's website on the page because she carries everything, guys. She has resin, casting resin. She has the Color Passion line. She has some Lerez products as well. She does have the, she doesn't have my glitter glass, either do I anymore, but she does have the Myers glitter glass, German glitter glass. Oh my gosh, you got to check it out. So I am putting that on, but go check out Michelle's page. It is Artworks Resin in Canada, okay? So that's why that's not there, and that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something I found. So I'm going to bring you over here. I'm going to turn you around because I don't want to get this on my piece that I'm doing. I found my portfolio from years ago. It's been down here doing who knows what. Thank God I got a dry basement. So this is my portfolio. So this is one of the pictures I drew, sketched when I was young. And this was another one. And here, I did the Wizard of Oz. Don't know if you can see that. Oh, I had a thing for clowns for a while. I sketched clowns. This was before I had the guts to try painting. I would sketch, and let's see, I did, oh, there's so many. I did angels, oh dear, it smells a little musty though, being down here. I did, oh dear God, forgive me, I did some, you know, nude pin-ups. Wow. I haven't seen this stuff in ages. This stuff's just fairies, little angels. What else is in here? More clowns. Here, I'll bring you down. More clowns. More fairies. Yes, I do think the woman's body, men's too, but come on, they're kind of boring. Women's bodies are beautiful. I did some cards that I saw that I loved, so I tried doing them myself. I did some characters from the shows my kids used to watch. Oh dear. This has been with me a long time, man. A very, very long time. So, there you go. That shows you I've been into art my whole life. I love it. It's a way to deal with stress. And you know my story. It's been a way to help me deal with anxiety. It's just, it's been a blessing. So, and speaking of blessings, you all, sorry, got you on the kind of crooked. Okay, you guys have all been a blessing to me. every one of you. I have made some amazing friends through this. I'm a little sad to see the business go, but no regrets, guys. I told you that, no regrets. I've had my dream come true. I had it for 3 years, and I loved it. I've had this going on 2 years now, and I love it. I have had art my whole life, and I love it. So, no regrets. Okay, so I will add on to this. It's going to be long and boring. Sorry. Love you guys. I'm back. Okay, it's Friday, early evening. Not even dinner time yet. Pizza Friday. Boys love Pizza Friday because then they can, after dinner, they get popcorn and a movie. That's what Cassie and Logan do with the boys every Friday, so it's a special day for them. And we only have one more month with them, and then they're in their new home, which is exciting for them and for us to get our place back. But I've loved every minute of having these boys here. Every minute of it. There is nothing better to wake up to a morning Noma, morning Papa Baggin. It's great. Okay, so I had made up my new sign until France is going to make me one when France, has time. There is no hurry, but I made up a new sign. I haven't stuck it up yet, so this is my YouTube channels that I like to follow and my favorites, okay? So, we all know Moonkusher Arts, Louise Singleton Creations, Kimberly's Arts, Naptime Creations. Now, best websites, since I no longer I no longer have a website. And you all, if you follow, you know why. Nothing bad, guys. It's family, health, no regrets. Anyway, Michelle at Artworks Resin, not Art Resin, Artworks Resin. She's out of Alberta, right here in Canada. She carries everything I love. She's got one of my favorite resins, which is Artworks Resin. My second favorite resin, which she doesn't carry, but you can get on Amazon, is Maple Craft Resin. She carries my favorite pigments, Color Passion, powders and pastes and stones and glitter. Michelle has it all. So you definitely have to check out Michelle's website. I already placed an order because Color Passion brought out a few more things just recently that I want to try, so I ordered them from Michelle. I ordered some resin from Michelle. Don't forget Moldy Mousse, silicone molds by Mel, and in the States, Philip Danner. And there you go. There you go, guys. That is my favorites list and my who to go watch. I'm telling you, these ladies, you go watch these ladies. They are amazing. Okay, so where we ended last night, come on down, was we painted the board with an ocean theme on both sides. I'm just going to stir up. I'm using Maple Craft resin. I'm going to fill both cups. If I don't need it all, that's fine. I have some molds to fill in. And the color that I want. Make some really pretty coasters that can go with this table if I have leftovers. So we will see how I go from here. Just fill in the cup. Get getting as much out of it as I can. There we go. So, the color I am using, I told you yesterday, well, in the beginning of this, is Ocean Tint by Resin Pigment Canada, by Color Passion, and it's Ocean Tint. And I'm gonna put a few drops in each. Look how it spreads out. Let's see if this is dark enough. Oh, that is so pretty. That is so beautiful. Off camera, I taped the back of this hole with my aluminum foil tape. That's the best tape I have found for stopping any leaking underneath to happen. And it may be a little difficult to get off, but the trick is heat it with your heat gun and just peel it off. It leaves it a bit sticky, but you can get that off with 100% or 99% or whatever it is. What is it? 99% alcohol, or I will even squirt sometimes with Gooby Gone, and it really gets rid of that sticky as well. Okay, so I'm going to start pouring right in this hole. Oh, I am going to have a lot of resin left over, which is okay, because I will do some molds. Okay, so I'm going to zap that with a torch to get rid of those bubbles. And I'm going to bring by hand the resin. You hear Logan just got home from work and he's playing with the kids. You can hear them playing in the room next door. Okay, so I poured a little bit too much and it wants to lean this way, so that's the entertainment. Lots of little bubbles coming up, because as much as I love this resin, it does have bubbles. Plus I didn't seal this wood. Okay, so I'll keep doing that, but for now I want to drop in these last stones, because now they'll have resin to sit on and they won't be glued to that tape. There we go. So I'm going to have to babysit this for a while, guys, which is fine because it's nowhere near dinner time. I'm going to babysit this so that I am going to cover this whole thing with clear. I just don't want the blue to go anywhere but the tinted blue in this hole. So if I can prevent it from going over the edge, I will. Okay, so that is where we are leaving it for now, and I will do the clear tomorrow I won't videotape it because you've all seen people clear coat things. And then I will do a little bit at the end of this video showing you how it turned out. Okay, so tomorrow night, well, tomorrow morning, I should clear coat this. And then hopefully tomorrow night it will be dry enough for me to show you all how it turned out. So again, thanks for joining me for this part. I will see you all later. Bye for now. Good Saturday evening. So this is the last of it. We're going to clear coat this puppy. But I wanted to show you because I had obviously had some leftover from doing the center, which I've taken off the tape. So I don't have a light behind me, but you can see through it. It turned out pretty good. So I had some leftover tint, resin and tint, and so I made this coaster set. They are clear, and I put a little bit of alcohol ink in, just to give it like a cloud effect. I'll take pictures of them and show you upstairs tomorrow when this is all done. But I also remember I did those molds that I made up of those stones of Gavin's. Look at this. Look at the sparkle in this. It is just gorgeous. Just look at that. How beautiful is that? And this is the Ocean Tint by Color Passion, which you can now get all of that at Artworks Resin. Isn't that beautiful? I am in love with this piece. Obviously, because it's my favorite color, but look at that sparkle. That is gorgeous. That's going to go in something that I will keep for me. Okay, let's clear coat this puppy. Again, I'm using, because Michelle's stuff hasn't come in yet, I am using Maple Craft resin, which is a thicker resin. And I love it because I get amazing cells in it. And I'm going to make up some white for some, hopefully, just a little bit of wave effect. Oh, I must be getting a little clogged in this. Okay, so we'll make up a little bit of white just for a bit of wave effect. And I'm just gonna stir the last of this. Make sure it's all stirred up. It's harder to stir when it's thicker resin, so it takes a little longer than what I was used to. Because my resin was a 3-to-1, it was super thin, or a 2-to-1, sorry, and it was super thin. But I love this one. Okay, so I'm going to make up some white. Hopefully that's enough. And I am going to just pour this over the entire piece. But just in case I get some movement going, I am going to move stuff back and away. Yes, we're good. Because I have something else I want to show you at the end of this video. So put that over there. Okay. Come on down. Oops. I'm pushing you in before I lose you. Come on down. Now, you're not going to get to see my ends, but which I'm going to start at the end. back up. All right, hope I've made enough. I'm sure I have. That was a hunk. I leave the resin, I turn my cups upside down and I let the resin cure in the cup, and then it's easier to peel it out. And sometimes I don't get it all peeled out 100%, and I find it, like I just did, floating. But I can always usually catch it, so. Okay, so I'm going to move the white over there. I'm going to turn on my heat gun and warm this up because, like I said, it's thick, so it doesn't flow super easy unless it's been warmed up. And now I'm just going to spread it out with my hand, so I'll be back in your frame in a moment. Go down my sides. Just going to heat up what's left in the cup. So I get as much of it as I possibly can. Because in situations like this, you want as much of it as you can get. Used 16 ounces, so I'm hoping that's all it needs. Go over my gems, little glass beads. Once this resin's warm, it does spread nicely, which is a good thing. You can use it either way. Warm it up so you get it to spread, or keep it thick. It makes it easier to keep your colors separated. I may end up doing a second coat just to make sure my edges get done, because I don't know how much they are really getting done. Okay, so let's put this down, heat gun down, and I'm going to stir up my white. Now, I only want to do a line on each side, right where we painted the white last night. Okay, so this I want to blow that way. This I want to blow this way. Let's get the resin off my hands so I'm not gumming up my heat gun any more than it already is. But that's what I put all that tape on there for, so underneath the handle's actually probably in great shape. See? I taped it all up. Okay, let's blow this way. Okay, now I'm going to turn the gun around and blow this towards me. I don't have a lot over here, so let's move this. There we go. Heat it up, heat it up. You notice I go ahead heating it up and then I will come back and blow it. Go ahead, heat it up, and then come back and blow it. And I do see what's going on right now, so let's get another and put you under because it's wanting to lean that way. It's the only thing with live edge wood is it's never really flat, flat, flat. So just in case, let's do one more. I'll stick underneath you. There we go. Okay, back to heating up my, because I want to move that right off of the center. Heat, heat, heat. Blow, blow, blow. Okay. We got some nice lacing going on. That is because of the resin. We got some really nice lacing going on. Got a few little things. Let's just, where's my long stick? Okay, get another one. Okay, anything going on here? Right there. Okay, so yes, I am going to do a second coat on this in the morning before I, oh, look at that hair. Gee, I wonder whose that is. Huh? Because we've got, I know these are going to stand out, but we've got a little bit of the wood that's up. So I want to cover that. I don't mind the glass texture. Looks really cool. Looks like the glass is fractured in some pieces. It hasn't. It just looks that way. Okay, so I'm going to leave that like that. And I'll bring you down and show you in a moment. There's a few little bubbles. Okay. Let's just do a quick with the torch. Okay, I don't need you. You're a little bit too much. There we go. I'm going to blow that back a bit. I don't know if you could see it. It's just come up a bit too far over here. Once I put that stick under, it moved this end too far up. I don't mind a bit. I didn't want the thickest part of it going through the brown. So I'll keep an eye on that for the evening. You can see if I put this here, if it will move that back that way. This is fine this way. Yes? Okay, we'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. Okay, I wanted to show you something. And then I'll bring you down and show you this. First, I wanted to show you something before we end this video. I ordered some maple resin from Amazon, but this is a Toronto company, guys, so you could get it from their website. But they were out of the bigger jars that I get, and they had these smaller ones. But this, it came with, look at all the stuff it comes with. So first you get your 2 parts. It's a 1-to-1. So you got your hardener and your resin, which is awesome. You get a bunch of disposable gloves, which I keep these for acrylic work because they're perfect for that. You get an acrylic stir stick, which is fabulous. Resin peels right off of it. You get a sponge brush, which I keep for lots of other things. You get a scraper, which is fabulous. But look at measuring cups with spouts. How cool is that? They're 8 ounces each. That is cool. So there's extra measuring cups. I know these aren't always as reusable. You can peel resin out of these, but they won't last as long as the silicone ones, but that's okay, right? Right. So let's just break up any little bubbles before I go upstairs. Like I said, you will see when I show you up close why I'm going to do a second coat on this tomorrow. losing my white down here. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. But anyway, come on down, guys. I'll give you a view. This is the one end. So this is looking at it straight up. This is the one end. Look at this lacing. And that is just using this resin. There is no silicone while you watch me mix it up. It's my winter white and the Maple Craft resin, and it gives me lacing every time. So there you go, guys. This is the piece that we have done, and I will show it to you when it's all, when it's all dry, cured, when it's all cured. So this was a long one, but I thank you very much for putting up with me, being here in my home on this adventure with me. It was fun. This was a fun one to do. I love my wood gal. I get some of the most beautiful pieces. I've got to go visit her soon, but Ontario is in another stay-at-home order until I think they said May 20th. So I don't know. I mean, her baby girl, little Bella, went from this to this. She just had her birthday, and I missed it all. But that's okay. I know they're there. Okay, guys, I love you all. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend.